Let us see what is product life cycle and what it contains. First, let us know the meaning of product life cycle. All products have certain length of life during which they pass through certain identifiable stages. The PLC is a conceptual representation of a product aging process. Like your life is divided into stages, same as life of a product is also divided. The name itself says product life cycle means the life of the product. Every product will have their own life. Start from the new product development process to till the decline stage and the withdrawing of the product. In between, whatever the stages comes, they are called as product life cycles. Products start with introduction in the market for the purpose of sale. The demand of that product is gradually increases in the market, and it reaches to its maximum from where it starts decline. It is effective lifespan of a product. So here, how do we calculate the life of the product? The life of the product will be calculated basically on the basis of time and sales. The product, how much it yields sales in the initial days, that will be counted as the introduction stage. Later, the sales will increase over a period of time, and that stage can be called as a growth stage, and later it will reach the peak of the sales, means the maximum sales which will be generated at that stage, and that stage is called as maturity. Once the product reaches its maximum sales, then it starts losing the sales and reaches the final stage, which is called as decline stage. So these are the 4 stages of a product that you can see. Let us go one by one and try to understand what are these. Before to that, what Philip Kotler told about product life cycle, he says product life cycle is an attempt to recognize the distinct stages in the sales history of the product. That's what I told you, that the product life cycle can be calculated on the basis of time and sales. He also says it's an attempt to recognize the distinct stages, means the different stages in the sales history of the product. And William Stanton told that the product life cycle concept is the explanation of the product from its birth to death, as the product exists in different stages and in different competitive environments. Product life cycle is nothing but the life of a product, start from its birth to death, the various stages that you can see, like introduction, growth, maturity, and decline. Let us see what will happen in the introduction stage, what will happen in the growth stage, maturity stage, and decline stage. Before to that, all of you concentrate on this graph. The graph is plotted like this. On x-axis, the time is taken, and on the y-axis, sales and profit are taken. Here, it starts from 0, that is manufacturing of the product or new product development process. Here 0, x and y axis intersection point is 0, where the product will be under development process. Once it starts produced and launched in the market, it will start from this point 0 to this, and it will go on getting the sales with respect to the time. The sales also go on increasing and reaches this point. And this part or this stage of the product we call as a introduction stage. Now the digital cameras, what we have, those are in introduction stage. Electric cars, Right now, due to the petrol and diesel price hikes, there is a demand for electric cars. They are also in introduction stage because they have started just 20-30 years back. And mini disc or your Blu-ray discs, they are also in an introduction stage. Digital tape players like your DVDs and others, these all are in an introduction stage. Just now they took birth and getting the sales. And later, if you once the product starts moving upwards like this, look at this curve, it is going up according to the time. The sales and profit are also increasing like this, like your DVD players, home computers or desktop computers, they are in a growth stage. Even your newspaper also comes under the growth stage, which are growing according to the time in terms of sales and profit. And later the growth stage, once it is reached here its height, then again it will go up. It will go up to this point. This is the highest sales. You can check it with the graph here. Look at the point and just draw a parallel line and see here maximum sales a product generates at this stage, and this stage is called as maturity. And by this, the product might have traveled around 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, 100 years, 150 years, or maybe 200 years. Products won't get older quickly like human beings, how they get older day by day, but the products will run for a long way. Here in maturity stage, you can find the refrigerators, what we use in the home, and pocket calculators, what we were using earlier, VCRs, which we were using earlier. They are in maturity stage. They have reached their peak, and now they are looking at downward facing graph, and later the product will start declining. Means the sales and profit of the product will start coming down. Maybe due to the technological advancements, or maybe because of the life of the product which may comes to an end, the product will start reaching downward. The sales and profits will come down. Some of the examples are black and white TV. Industries, black and white televisions are the best examples for decline stage. And you have some other products like your what you call it as video games players. Earlier what we were having, small video game players, they all are in a decline stage where the sales of those products are coming down drastically. Radios are also in the decline stage, which were earlier in the maturity, growth and introduction stage. So this is about the stages in the product life cycle. Hope all of you are following. Hello?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
How about voice and speed? Is it okay or shall I go slow?
Okay, sir.
Is it like a classroom voice and speed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then I will go ahead. Let us see introduction stage in detail. Just now we had a glance on various stages of product life cycle. Now we will see one by one what happens in these stages. In the introduction stage, it is the first stage wherein the product is launched in the market with full-scale production and marketing program. When a new product development process gets over, when the commercialization stage, the last stage of the new product development process gets over, the product will be launched in the market and with full scale production. Why I am using full scale production? Because we have seen one of the step in new product development process was test marketing. In test marketing, the company will manufacture the limited products, means the scale of production will be of partial, not completely. But in introduction stage, the full scale production will take place and marketing programs will also be executed. The product is a new one. It means a product that opens up an entirely new market, replaces an existing product, or significantly broadens the market for an existing product. In this stage, the product will be usually new. It is totally new for the company as well as for the markets, like your iPods, like your digital cameras, which were new for the market, new for the competitors, that may replace the existing product. Means the filmed camera, film rolled cameras were replaced by this digital camera. Am I right? iPods and iPads are replacing the other electronic gadgets. In this stage, sales grow at a very lower rate because it is not an effective demand. Absolutely, because the product is new and customers will be trialing the new product and the awareness needs to be increased in this stage. So this is introduction stage. Let us see what are the strategies that the company uses in this stage. In this stage, the companies are aware that sales will be low sales. Why low sales? Because the product is new. There is a need of creating awareness, pursuing the customers, and customer needs to trial and they have to spread the word of mouth. That's what sales will be low in the introduction stage. And cost, high cost per customer. Though you are manufacturing in a full scale, the price of the product will be higher. Something like your mobile smartphones, when they entered into the Indian market, the price of the smartphones were very high, as all of you are aware. But right now, the mobiles are in a growth stage. That's what you are enjoying. Average cost per customer and the prices also came down. But in introduction stage, as the demand is low, sales is low, the cost of the product will be usually higher. Profits and marketing objectives. Profits usually negative or zero. As the sales is low, the company may enjoy its cost of production sometimes and sometimes it may not. So what should be done? Create a product awareness and make people to trial of the product. That's what, whenever a new product launches in the market, you might have seen that most of the people or the companies will create a lot of advertisements. You will see often and often advertisements about that product, and the company will also make the people to trial that product. Your chewing gums, new chocolates, they follow this whenever they are in an introduction stage. And how the product will be? Usually the product will be of a basic product. Recall the levels of products. Core product, basic product, expected product, potential product, augmented product that you have seen in introduction stage. Usually they offer a basic product. They don't want to invest much because there is a huge risk. Then price, how they price the products. Usually they follow cost plus pricing strategy. What is this cost plus pricing strategy? They will fix a price, whatever the cost they incurred, plus 1% or 2% of profit. Say, for example, if a company is incurring to manufacture a new pen of rupees 8 rupees, then they will fix the pen price as 10 rupees. 8 rupees their cost of production, 2 rupees their profit, usually. And distribution channels build a selective distribution, means in selected areas only they will appoint the intermediaries like your distributors, wholesalers, retailers, stockists, etc. Because they do at this stage, as the sales is low and the demand is also low, there is no need of setting up of distribution channel everywhere, because there is no demand. Once the demand starts gradually picking up, then the company will think of expansion of distribution or setting up of new distributions. Then advertising. Build product awareness among early adopters and dealers. Here, the promotional activities will be concentrated on product awareness. They will use the television advertisements, newspaper advertisements, billboards, holdings, radios, internet, where they will be highlighting about the product features, about the product. Means creating awareness about the product, something like your Vivo and Oppo. If all of you are remember, Vivo and Oppo mobiles, when they entered Indian market, just imagine how much promotional activities, campaigns that they did. Everywhere, wherever you go, Vivo and Oppo advertisements. That was a product awareness among the early adopters and also with the dealers. So these are the strategies, or these are the characteristics of a product when it is in the introduction stage. Now, if you have any questions, let me know. Everyone tell me whether you are following or not, or any doubts or queries.
Following, sir.
Following, sir.
Following, sir.
Others.
Following, sir.
Shall I go ahead?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Then the second stage, that is growth stage. Once the market has accepted the product, sales begin to rise and product enter its second stage. Say for 5 years or 10 years, sometimes it may be 20 years, 50 years, you cannot say a fixed timing for introduction stage. Depends upon the nature of the product, market conditions. The product may stay anytime in introduction stage. Once the introduction stage gets over, where you will find the slow picking up of sales, the product will enter into the growth stage. Here the product achieves considerable and widespread approval in the market. The sales and profits increases at an accelerated rate. Once the product starts getting sales over a period of time, then the sales and profits will also increases, because people will get aware about the product and they will start spreading positive words about the product, and people also aware about the product, they will start purchasing it, and then the sales will slowly increasing. In this, effective distribution, advertising and sales promotion are considered as the key factors. Here in growth stage, the responsibility of the company will increase, as the company has to concentrate more on distribution, advertising and sales promotion, because demand is rising and sales is also increasing. Company has to encash it. How to encash it? By setting up of new distribution channels, by advertising more, and by promoting the sales, they can do it. Let's see the table here, the growth stage of the PLC. Here the sales will be rapidly raising sales. You will find there is a rapid increase in the sales as the product performs well in the market, and the cost or the price of the product here, average cost per customer may not feel it as a costlier. As you've seen in the introduction stage, they feel high cost per customer. Here, as the number of customers are increasing, demand is increasing, production is increasing, company will cut down its price and customer will start enjoying the average cost. Then profits, rising profits as the product is doing very well, like your mobiles, newspapers, which are in a growth stage, they are enjoying the market. The marketing objective is to maximize market share. Here, the objective of the company will be maximizing the market share. Either you grab the market share of other companies, or you can enter into new segments and make the sales. Then product, offer a product extensions, service, warranty. Whereas in in introduction stage, we have seen offering a basic product. Here the demand is increasing, so company will start offering the product extensions, means product variants and new product lines. They will start offering to the company so that the people can go for it, and also provide services, warranty along with the product that they do. Then price to penetrate the market. Here, instead of cost plus, the company will decrease the price initially. They will decrease the price so that people can come and buy it. Redmi was the best example for this growth stage of PLC. When Redmi started picking up its sales, they reduced their price and penetrated the market, means made everyone to go for Redmi. There was a time all of us have seen Redmi MI mobiles in everybody's hand because the product was in a growth stage. Distribution, build extensive distribution. Here, the company will start expanding its distribution channels. Say, if they are operating in Karnataka, then they will go for Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Kerala, Tamil Nadu. Slowly, they will go to the north, Maharashtra and Gujarat, UP, Madhya Pradesh, and even Himachal Pradesh. Likewise, they will go for building an intensive distribution channel where they make the product available everywhere. Then comes advertising, build awareness and interest in the mass market. Again, here also the efforts will be of building the awareness and talking more about the product and creating interest in the mass market. Not only concentrating only on one segment, now the company will start concentrating on the mass market in this stage. So this is about the growth stage of the product. Any questions or any doubts, let me know. Everyone tell me so that I can
No doubts,
follow
sir.
you.
No doubt, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No doubts.
No doubt.
Okay, friends. Then we'll go to the maturity stage. The third stage of the product, where you can call it as something like middle age, where the human beings reach their age of 45 or 48. They will be having a lot of energy, they will be having everything with them, but Later 49, 50, 51, 52, when they go on deducting their age, weaknesses will come, diseases will come, expenditures will increase. This is what happens with human being. Same thing happens with the product also. Here, in this stage, demand is satisfied and distribution channels are full. The product has to face keen competition, which brings pressure on prices. When the product reaches its maturity stage, the other company products are also enter into the market. They also start offering quality products to the people. Then this product has to face an intensive competition from the competitors. And when competition increases, usually the pressure will be on reducing the price. If you increase the price, you will lose the customer, because customer will shift from your company to another company, as there will be different choices available for the customer. They will not stick to one company. Only very few loyal customers may stick to the company. That's what there is a huge pressure on prices. Though the sales of the product rises, but at a lower rate, profit margin, however, decline due to keen competition. Of course, the product sales increases, but profit margin will come down, because you are forced to reduce the price. When you reduce the price, your profit margin will come down. Is it not? Now let us see the characteristics and strategies that are usually observed during the maturity stage of the product. Sales, peak sales means maximum sales, highest sales you will find during maturity stage. And cost, low cost per customer, because the company will be hitting mass market. Everywhere the product is available, no need of customer to travel from one place to another place to bring it. Definitely the cost per customer will be low. Then profits, high profits company will enjoy as the sales increases. And marketing objectives are maximize profit while defending market share. Here the responsibility of the company will increase drastically. One side they have to maximize the profit, and other side they have to maintain their market share. To maximize the profit, you have to increase the price. To defend your market share, you have to reduce the price. Look at the dilemma at this stage of maturity. You need to maximize profit, but should not lose the market share. Means you have to sell the product at a price which is acceptable by your customers. Fine. Then product, diversify brand and models. When it reaches its maturity, it will diversify the brands and models. Something like your Maruti Suzuki, which was earlier available only in Alto and 800. Is it not? Now they are also in a almost in a growth to maturity between stage. They are diversifying their brand, and Nexa, the new brand name that they have given, not for cars and all. Nexa is a distribution channel name, but they are slowly diversifying the customers, and the new models that they are coming up, it's because of they are into that stage. Then price to match or best competitors, or best with the competitors, means the price should be at par with the competitor price. Take the example of Coke and Pepsi. Both of them will sell at the same price. Look at the detergent market. all of them will be selling almost all in the same prices. Look at the mobile companies, even though they are in a growth stage, the prices are best matches with competitors. If your product price is higher and your competitor prices are lower, then customer will go there, and you unnecessarily you will lose customer, you will lose market share. Then distribution, build more intensive distribution. As the sales is reaching its peak, go on increasing your distribution channel. Then advertising, stress brand differences and benefits. Here we are not talking about the product awareness or about the brand extensions. Here we are talking about or stressing more about brand differences and benefits. The best example I would like to quote here is Reliance Jio and Airtel. You might have seen last 2 years advertisings of Airtel. Airtel was showing that their network is available in Tibet, in Himachal Pradesh, the speed of the internet network coverage, comparing with others. Can you recall it? Am I right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That is nothing but stressing the brand differences. And
Right, sir, right.
they were telling Airtel is far better than Jio, but not using the word Jio, but absolutely they were comparing and differentiating their brand with their competitors because they need it. They are in a maturity stage. The 4G technology, what we are using, it's almost in a maturity stage. That's what they were stressing more about the brand differences and benefits. This is one example. Another example is detergent powders. Recent Ayushman's advertisement, you might have seen, Tide advertisement. Have you seen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What they show is there, they demonstrate two detergent powders and their performance. And Tide shows that after washing from Tide, the shirt gets brighter than others. That's nothing but stressing on brand differences and benefits. So this is what happens in the maturity stage. Any questions or doubts on this? If anything is there, let me know.
No, sir.
Please, everyone respond.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No doubt,
No.
sir.
No doubt, sir.
All of you are following.
No, sir.
No,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Then shall we go for decline stage?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Decline stage is the last stage of the product life cycle where sooner or later actual sales begin to fall under the impact of new product competition and changing consumer behavior. The sales and profits fall down sharply and the promotional expenditure has to be cut down drastically. This is a stage of death of a product where the product start looking at the earth in terms of its sales. Sales will come down and there are no promises, assurance that the product may get any support or any elevation in coming days. Something like radios right now. The sales of the radio is coming down because of the new products like your DVD players or your other music players, Blu-ray players, 4K technology, this technology, your mobiles itself, which are sufficient for you to listen the radio or songs. So the radio is in a decline stage, and there will be sales and profit fall down sharply, and then the promotional expenditure has to be cut down drastically. No need of promoting radios, no need of promoting the film rolled cameras, no need of promoting bicycles now. It's all because of they are in decline stage. Bicycles means regular bicycle I'm talking, not sports bicycle. The regular earlier what we were having, Atlas, Hero, Hercules, those cycles I am talking about. Fine. Now let us see the characteristics and strategies of decline stage of the product life cycle. At this stage, sales will be declining drastically. There is a dramatic down you will find in the sales of the product as the technology may become obsolete, or there may be a new products who entered which are better than this product. People will shift entirely from this product to another product. Though the product is declining, till low cost per customer because it is available everywhere, and profits declining profits as the sales is declining. Marketing objective should be reduce expenditure and milk the brand. Means don't spend money on promoting the product. Here, say for example, you have a Yamaha RX100 earlier. When the sales came down, they are not spending any money. And milk the brand means withdraw the brand from the market, like your Bajaj Chetak, how they took back their two-wheeler. And we were having earlier Luna, Hero Puck. Because of the sales, when Royal Enfield and Bullet, Java came at that time, Luna, Hero Puck, Kinetic, they lost their charm and there was no sales for them at all. So they withdrawn their products as the sales and profits came down. Product phase out weak items. If you have a product line, then phase out the weak items. Which are the weak items you are finding? You simply remove them from your product line. Price, cut price means maintaining the same price. Till today, you go and ask in an electronic shop what is the price of radio. Minimum 800 to 900, they will tell you. They will not reduce the price because their manufacturing cost and other costs, and they have to maintain the remaining expenditures. Distribution channel, go selective, phase out unprofitable outlets. Do you remember there was a petrol bunk called Shells? Reliance petrol bunk, Shells petrol bunk. All of you remember? SR petrol bunks.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Once upon a time, we were seeing a lot of SR, Shell, and Reliance petrol bunks everywhere. Is it not? And later, they started phasing out the petrol bunks. Only very few in Bagalkot district, in Bagalkot and I think in Bilgi, only 2 or 3, maybe 5 to 6 you will find petrol bunks. Remaining petrol bunks are closed. Best examples are Shell and SR petrol bunks, which are disappeared. They reached their decline stage. Though the petrol is in a growth stage, but petrol bunk, the brand of that petrol bunk has reached their decline stage. Then advertising reduced to level needed to retain hardcore loyal customers. Best example I would like to take here is Nasha. Nasha ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತೈತೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ, ನಶೆ ಪುಡೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. How many of you are aware? How many of you are know?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Both sir. Yes sir. Yes
Yes,
sir.
yes, sir.
ಅಜ್ಜಿಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಮೂಗ್ನಾಗ ಏರ್ಸಿ ಸೀನ್ತಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ.
Yes,
Ha
sir.
sir.
Still it is available,
Sir.
but in selective places. And for hardcore loyal customers still who are alive, for them they are manufacturing it. Here and there in newspapers, 1 or 2 advertisements will come to retain those hardcore loyal customers. So this is about decline.